Good morning and welcome to the meeting. Today's day is May 4th, 2026, the meeting of Ethel, MacLeod, Hart Trust Fund Advisory Committee. The meeting is now called to order. Will the clerk please call the roll to establish a quorum?
Thank you, Chair. Members, please unmute your microphones. Member Long.
Here.
Our Vice Chair Martinez.
Here.
Member Hunter.
Here.
Member Orner.
Here.
And Chair Yam.
Here.
Thank you. We have quorum.
Thank you. I would like to remind members of the public in the chamber, seems like there's none for now, that if you would like to speak on the agenda, please turn in a speaker slip before the item begins. After the item is called, we will no longer accept speaker slip. You will have 2 minutes to speak once you are called on. We now proceed with the agenda. Please rise if you are able for the opening acknowledgement in order of the Sacramento's endangered people and tribal lands. To the original people of the land, the Newland people, the South Maiden Valley and Payne, Miwok, Panwit, Winton people, and the people of the Winton Rancheria, Sacramento's only federally recognized tribe. May we acknowledge and honor the native people who came before us and still walk beside us today, and on these ancestral lands by choosing to gather together today in the active practice of acknowledgement and appreciation for Sacramento's endangered people, history, contributions, and life. Thank you. Please rise for the opening acknowledgement in the...
Just a second. Go to the pledge.
Please remain standing, and we're going to do the Pledge of the Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next is approval of the consent agenda. Clerk, are there any members of the public who wish to speak on the consent agenda?
Thank you. I have no speaker slips for the consent calendar.
Thank you. Are there any commissioner who wish to speak on this item?
Chair, I see no speakers in the queue.
Thank you. So we now move on.
We'll first need to, there will need to be a motion to accept the consent calendar, if there are any commissioners who would like to make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second for the consent calendar?
I move.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? The motion passed with no opposition from Commissioner and abstention from Commissioner.
Thank you, Chair. And just for the record, the motion was made by Member Orner, and the second was made by Member Hunter.
Thank you. We now proceed to discussion calendar. Is there a staff presentation?
We do not have a presentation for item 2.
Item 2, yes. Item 2 is the Ethel MacLeod Trust Fund financial report, so we don't have a presentation. Okay.
And Chair, I have no speaker slips on this item as well.
Thank you. Seems like we are moving fast.
There may be, if any members of the commission have any questions or comments on it, now is the time for that. However, I see no speakers in the queue. So with that, I believe we can move to item 3.
Thank you. Item 3 is the Ethel MacLeod Trust Cycle 6 funding review and recommendation, May 2026. Is there any presentation on that?
We do. Good morning. Javier Rivas, Recreation General Supervisor, overseeing older adult services. I'll be over here today. Okay, so we are getting ready to close out Cycle 6. So as usual, I'll go through some updates here for you. And then we do have some action items in preparation for Cycle 6 closeout. So starting at the top with the RRR sliding scale scholarship. Quick update, over $38,000 in scholarships have been awarded in fiscal year 26, and this data comes through March 2026. On the left there, you'll see the original approved allocation for the project and the total spent. First action item, RRR marketing outreach. As previously discussed, this project has been completed. So we're looking to move the unspent $2,757.62 back to the unallocated pot. Hart Fund Pass, you'll see on the left, the original allocation for the project was $90,000, and we're getting pretty close there at $89,732. So for this one, we are looking to add $10,000 to the project to finish out Cycle 6. Meals on Wheels distribution. A total of 14,813 meals have been served in fiscal year 26. Again, this puts us on track to serve more meals than we did the last fiscal year. Next item is a Meals on Wheels expansion. We're still on pause with this one. We do intend to carry this over to the next cycle and reevaluate capacity on our department side and the vendor side as well. Most important meal of the day is still ongoing. We're looking to complete that project within budget as well. Bridging the grade digital divide, another completed project. That allocation was fully utilized. And then the Hart Senior Center parking permit pilot program. So since this document was published, we actually have 45 permit holders. We previously had 32 permit holders. We now have 45 permit holders, and we've implemented a better system to kind of evaluate the need and process those essentially applications that we're putting out so that people can apply for this permit. So again, from 32 permit holders, we are now at 45 permit holders. Next action item is the neighborhood walk promotion. So you'll see that there was $5,500 originally allocated to this project. With the cleanup that we're looking to do for Cycle 6, we took a look at our financials, and basically This project was essentially charged to our operating budget, so no Hart Trust Fund funds were used. So what we're looking to do is move the essentially unspent $5,500 back to the unallocated. The exercise equipment for the senior center, we're looking, again, that project was completed under budget, so we're looking to move the unspent $548.31 back to the unallocated. The following two projects were completed within the budget. And then the last action item, another project, the Bell Coolidge Community Center lobby furniture, which was completed under budget as well. We're looking to move the unspent back to the unallocated. And that's it for cycle 6. Thank you.
Clark, are there any members of the public who wish to speak on this item?
Thank you, Chair. I have no speaker slips for this item.
I did have, it canceled me out. What happened? Yeah, I had it up there.
Okay, just go ahead and edit, and then it'll be up there. Hit that. And then he'll have you in the queue.
Chair, we do have a member of the committee who would like to speak.
Yes, I had a question on the triple R sliding scale. The approved allocation was 210, and we spent 178. Are you going to spend the rest through June 30th, or are you going to send any money back to the general?
We are going to probably get pretty close to the 210. We'll have, at the next meeting, we'll do the final closeouts for the ongoing projects.
Okay. Had one other question, if I can find it. I think it had to do with the parking. I think you've explained that. So I think that's it. Thank you.
I want to know that there are 45 permit holders existingly. Is it a permit? Is it a day permit, a month permit? What kind of permit?
It's a monthly permit, but it's recurring. So once you apply, you'll have that permit unless you're not able to attend Hart Senior Center programs. And then what we usually do, what we're able to do is just reassign that permit to somebody else.
Okay, thank you. Are there any commissioner who want to speak on the item? I hear none. Clark, do we need to do, we don't need to do the motion, right?
This one does call for a motion. The recommendation is to pass a motion accepting the funding recommendations as outlined in the report.
Okay, so is there a motion and a second for the consent calendar for this item?
I'll motion to accept.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstain? The motion passes with opposition from no one, abstain from no one.
And Chair, for the record, the motion was made by Commissioner Long and seconded by Vice Chair Martinez.
Thank you. Now we go to the next item, item number 4. Ethel MacLeod Trust Fund Advisory Committee Cycle Funding Recommendation. Is there any staff presentation?
Yes. So now we'll be talking about cycle 7. Again, cycle 7 is going to kick off in July 1st. So we're closing out cycle 6, so we'll talk a little bit about cycle 7. What you see on the screen is the previously approved amounts for the next cycle. And what we've done on the right side here is kind of giving you a glimpse of the project allocation for some of those projects that we have. So again, we're welcoming any ideas on the projects or on the categories that have projects TBD. So we're happy to take suggestions today as well. The only action item here that we have for cycle 7 is we are looking to shift the Hart Senior Center Parking Pass pilot program to be a consistent funding source for parking permits for participants. So with that, we are looking to reallocate $30,000 from category 3 over to from category 5 over to category 3 to fund the parking pass program for the entirety of the next cycle. So that'll be $30,000 over to category 3. And again, some of the suggestions or guidelines for the projects that we can do, there's some bullet points listed below that kind of help guide how we establish projects. So again, happy to take suggestions for projects that are listed as TBD. And that's it. Thank you.
Clerk, are there any member of the public who wish to speak on this item?
Thank you, Chair. I have no speaker slips on this item.
Are there any commissioner who wish to speak on this item?
Chair, I do have members in the queue. First, Vice Chair Martinez.
Thank you. The prior cycle, the total budget was 800, I'm going to round, 872,000. We're now up to 1.6 million. And looking at the various categories, some things are all to be determined. Who is going to determine that? Is there going to be a presentation on that?
Yeah, once we discuss some projects that we can bring forth, we'll bring it to the meeting. Again, we're happy to take suggestions today, but as we go through the new cycle, if we're identifying a need that we can fill with these categories, we'll bring it here.
Okay. So the Meals on Wheels, is that, I believe the prior cycle was 274,000, and now we're up to, or maybe it's 584. I'm just curious, is that going to be increasing over this next cycle, or because there's notes that sometimes it wasn't fully, functional during the last cycle. I'm just wondering where all these numbers are coming from. Who's budgeted that?
That's a good question. For the last cycle, I'm not sure the time frame that the Meals on Wheels was approved for. What we have on the screen here is to fund for the entirety of the cycle 7, so for the 5 years. So that will cover the entire 5 years.
Okay. And then the parking, going back to that again, I know we're moving 30,000 up. Are more and more people taking advantage of that? I can see it went from 32 to 45, so I guess they are.
Yeah, they are. We're making a more conscious effort to collect some of that feedback and assess the needs of the community members for the parking pass. So yeah, we're seeing an increased need. I think the need will grow as well. Another thing we did is we've expanded the allowable areas that people can park on to make it a little bit easier to find parking as well.
Okay. And I guess the last question I had is, I think I mentioned it earlier, is your department the one that came up with this, or did you have input from people at the Hart Center, or?
Are you speaking about the parking permit specifically?
No, the whole budget, the 1.6 million.
Yeah, it's really a team effort, and we take feedback from the community and really the frontline staff that we have that kind of help guide the decisions. So they'll see things firsthand. They'll see what the community need is, and then we'll get together and kind of brainstorm some possible projects based off of that.
Okay. Do you think that our next meeting, we can have somebody from the Hart Center come and make a presentation, how they came up with these numbers?
Yeah, we absolutely can. We want to bring some additional people, for example, somebody from community centers, right? It's the purpose of the fund is to support citywide programs, as you can see from some of the other projects. So, yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Chair, I have no other members of the committee in the queue currently.
Thank you. We need to, Clark, do we need to do a motion for this item?
Not on this item. This is a, oh, hold on one moment. Yes, so we will need a motion on that. My apologies. A motion will need to be made on what was outlined in staff's report.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second for this item?
I move.
Thank you. We need a second. Thank you. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Hear none. The motion passed.
Thank you, Chair. And for the record, I believe it was Member Hunter who made the motion. Is that correct? And Member Orner who seconded the motion.
Thank you. I think this is all for the discussion item for today. And let's see. And Clark, what we are doing for the next one?
The next item is Commissioner comments, ideas, and questions. This is just general time for members to either possibly request future items or just kind of anything that's on your mind. Chair, I do have one member or two members in the queue to speak. Our first member is Commissioner Long.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, it seems like the day trips, those field trips are really popular. So as we go to the next, the cycle 7, that it's, that's adequately funded. And so that's a comment.
And our next speaker is Vice Chair Martinez.
Yep. This is just a comment. Just want everybody to know I was just appointed to the County Adult and Aging Commission. It just so happens the director of the Hart is also on that commission. So hopefully we can work together on this. Thank you.
And Chair, I have no more speakers in the queue for member comments.
Thank you. I think having the Hart director as a committee member, that's a great idea. I know they have something, the fund pass. I want to see if that fund pass can be expand their usage. Seem to be, right now it's just for a trip activity, but for recreation activity, like going on every month, seems like is not able to use that fund. So if that fund pass can apply the $100 into recreation activity, that will be awesome, in my opinion. Yeah.
So the Fund Pass it should apply to everything that's fee-based. So people can utilize that, including the trips and tours, which you're right, it's wildly popular. And we do see a lot of that use for that. What I'll do the next meeting is I'll try to put together a visual of kind of where the Hart Fund Pass funds are going, so you can kind of get an idea of the utilization of it. But yes, the Fund Pass can be used for any fee-based recreation program.
Thanks for clarification. Thank you. All right, so next item will be public comment. So we don't have public in attendance.
That's correct, Chair.
Now, let's see, are we going to move on to the next? Seems like it's the adjournment.
Yep, that's the adjournment.
Okay. Okay, so this concludes today's agenda, and thank you everyone for participation. The meeting is adjourned. Do we need to do that?
Oh, yes.
Thank you, everyone.